So I just wanted to briefly clear up some things. There wasn't a serious assault. We believe at approximately 12:16 on the morning of Saturday morning at 284 York Street. It involved a victim who was seriously injured, possible broken jaw and some other injuries that we're talking to now, and we have been talking to since the beginning. There was some confusion because I didn't know the original incident that officers had arrived, got the name of the victim, went to the hospital, and actually met the victim, got information, and filed a report. The victim then, either the victim or the hospital called back because he was treated and released, and then he went back to the hospital Saturday evening. So a second police vehicle was dispatched to the hospital and took a very similar report. We just didn't know there were two reports. The name was a little off. But we did arrive at the first scene, spoke to people, went to the hospital, spoke to the victim, and then we were called back to the hospital the next day at sometime after 6:30 p.m., and we took a secondary report. They just weren't linked in the beginning, so I apologize for that. Our Detective Bureau has taken up this case. It's been assigned to a detective. We're working closely with Yale PD. Besides the serious assault, there were some racial slurs. So this may be hate and bias, hate crime. We're handling it like it is. So we're investigating fully, working hand in hand with Yale due to the fact that Yale campus has a lot of cameras available. We also do have some video of a portion of the incident. We're not going to release that at this time because we want to work on making identifications, and then there's several witnesses involved. The victim is not a Yale student, but his girlfriend is a Yale student. I did not speak to Chief Anthony Campbell until Monday regarding this incident, and our detective wasn't assigned until Monday afternoon because the way SVU works, they'll read through the reports on Monday and it'll be assigned. That being said, I feel like we should have responded a little quicker with the detectives, so we put out an email stating to the supervisors that if there is there's several incidents, right, like shootings and murders and those type of things that go up the chain. If there is a possibility of racial hate and bias, we need to get that moving right away, right? So this not just being an ordinary assault. In the future, it'll be assigned quicker on the weekend. So that was kind of the delay that we had talked to. And I thank the Yale Daily News because we've been communicating with them and they pointed out some good stuff, and I was able to find the first report. So that was my fault because as the chief, I should have had someone else look it up. I looked it up and I made a mistake. But it was, the victim was attended to right away by the police department. The officers showed up, didn't have a victim on scene, went to the hospital, spoke with him there. And we're hoping for his speedy recovery. He has some serious injuries. We're hoping that the video will lead us to suspects. The victim describes two white males as the assailant. There is a group of possibly 5 white males in total. So we'll be looking to find, identify, talk to all of them, hopefully arrest some of them. So if anyone has any information, you can do it by calling the Detective Bureau at the PD, and that's 203-946-6304. Or you can do it anonymously if you don't want to be identified to our tip line, which is 1-866-888-TIPS, which is 8477. So 1-866-888-8477. At this time, there's not much more information I can put out because it is an active investigation. They met, actually, I think we met every day with Yale, exchanging information, exchanging video, and the investigation's ongoing and moving forward.
Can you describe what you see in the video?
An assault.
You can see 2 people assaulting an individual?
No, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to talk out of school, but I believe you can see the beginning or end of an assault, correct? End of the assault.
Was the video provided from the university?
Video was provided by the university, but that particular video that the chief is talking about was provided by a citizen.
Are there any talks that the young men suspects are part of Yale? Or students?
At this time, no, but we haven't identified them yet. So I would say that at this time, no.
What are the injuries that the victim sustained, and what's he currently being treated?
I know that he possibly has a broken jaw, but I don't want to get too much more into that.
He's still at the hospital?
No.
Are there any strong leads, since we have, it sounds like 2 videos that might be available? Any strong leads here?
Well, we're going off the video. Go ahead.
So we don't want to say there's 2 videos or 3 videos. All right, we do have some video that was provided by Yale and some video that was provided by a civilian. At this point, we can't make any identifications to the video. The people in the video is at a distance, so you cannot positively identify anyone. So the more video we get, we'll look at more video and hopefully be able to identify someone.
Obviously, Saturday night, college is back. I'm sure a lot of kids, students, folks out in that area, busy area, hoping that you might have more witnesses, folks to come forward, or thinking that maybe somebody just hasn't yet?
Yeah, I mean, if someone had seen like a large group of men, you know, who were rowdy or whatnot, that might be a lead for us. If they saw them get into a car and have a plate for that car or something to that effect. Not just, we don't want to call like, hey, I saw a large group of men. I don't know who they are, you know. But if someone can identify anybody related to that area, 284 York Street, please call us.
Is there any identifying information from that video that you might be able to, and we might be able to share for people to come forward if you saw somebody that's 6 feet, 200 pounds, or blue shirt, or anything like that?
So again, at this point, the video we have is at a distance. So I would be cautious with just releasing ambiguous physical descriptions. When we get more information, more detailed video, then at that point we will release that. Because of course we would want that. And just to make it clear, 2 people from the public have already called in and given us information. That's how we got one of the videos. So it's important that people are calling in and providing us with information.
Is it safe to say 2 to 5 white males?
So based on the video that we've seen, it's a speculation that the majority of people that's involved are white males. Also believe there's some females in the group as well.
And why is this being investigated as a potential hate crime again, where I heard mentions of racial slurs?
Yeah, and during the assault, there's racial slurs yelled at the victim.
Can that be heard in the video? Or how, what make sure, did someone tell you that?
So yes, the victim reported that. This is coming directly from the victim.
Do you have any idea what led up to the assault or what preceded it? They just walked up to this guy.
So what we know thus far is that the victim and 2 of his friends were walking on York Street. There was a brief bump, and then there was words exchanged, and at that point the assault occurred.
Now, was it 248 in front of Davenport College or 284?
I'm sorry, 284 York Street.
It's 284.
Yes.
Okay.
And do you guys know the first report that was taken about what time it was taken?
I'm sorry?
The first report that was taken.
It was filed at 2:55 a.m. So it was submitted and approved at 2:55 a.m.
And was that by Yale PD or
By us.
By New Hampshire?
And was YPD informed or reached out to around that time with this report, or like by the officers that took down the report?
So the officers make reference to reaching out to Yale PD, but they don't confirm it. We still have to talk to them.
Can you explain why this is your investigation and not Yale's?
It's on the city streets. So any investigation, it would have to be an assault inside Yale property or like in a courtyard or something else. We take all the city streets.
Just any message to residents or the Yale community, folks who are concerned about this?
Yeah, I mean, just be aware of your surroundings. You never know, you bump into somebody and it might just be a bump. We just have to be careful. This day and age, people take things way too far, obviously. And, you know, also people in that area, please reach out to us. Like Assistant Chief Etienne said, we are getting leads from people calling in, so please call in.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.